Joining us now is Christina. And Christina, we're going to be talking today about concrete rose. How are you today?
Hi, Donna. Thanks for having me. I'm great. It's a pleasure to be here.
What, now that it's been out a little bit, right? How do you feel about the accolades that this documentary are starting to gain? Are you, I mean, like, I want to know, how's that feel, superstar?
It was a little surprising. It's definitely humbling. I didn't know that people would be so interested in my story, but I'm happy to share it as I can help other people through the reentry process.
Now, when you talk about reentering, we're not talking about like being on the moon and reentering Earth, right? Tell us about tell us about your journey. And I'm making light of it, but I know that it's very serious. You were incarcerated, so
Yes.
let's talk about that and how that experience turned you into the wonderful person that you are today with helping others, and then that led to the documentary.
Well, thank you, Donna. I think my journey through incarceration, although I have to admit it was a little bit traumatizing, but in fact, it was a very big wake up call. I was able to gain skills and go back to school while incarcerated and have a chance to kind of sit down and realize like these are the consequences of my actions and my lifestyle. Um, it gave me the opportunity to take a really good look at myself and what my life had turned out to be, and just realizing that that's not where I wanted it to be. But I did always want to do this kind of work. When I was younger, I went to school to work with the criminally insane. When I was very young, just out of high school. So this was always in the back of my mind. That's what they used to call it, the criminally insane. They don't no longer call it that, but
Right.
that was like a love that I had to do this kind of work. So through this journey, I'm able to, I put one foot in front of the other. Like I said, I went back to school and I had the opportunity to help others through this reentry process. I was released in 2019, March of 2019, and got my first opportunity through the Osborne Association. And I'm grateful for that. And through that experience, I've been able to grow within the organization. I worked at the Department of Health for a while, and just gain the skills in order to direct housing programs now.
Now, what is your official title now, Christina?
Director of Supportive Housing for the organization, yes.
It's amazing. That is amazing. Do you sometimes go to bed at night and just think to yourself, you're like, wow, like maybe the struggles were what needed to happen so that I can be in service to others in a way? Do you ever like look at that sometimes?
I absolutely do. I don't have a lot of time to think about it, to be honest, because there's so much work. Our housing portfolio has grown tremendously. Supportive and transitional housing for the formerly incarcerated. So, like I said, I don't have a lot of time to think about my journey. I just keep moving forward as best as I can and learning the skills. I kind of learned as I went, but we've have some successful housing projects going on right
Now,
now.
now the documentary, Concrete Rose, the short film, right? Uh, what did you think about that? Like, what made you be so brave that you wanted to say yes to allowing your story to be developed?
Well, when I met Amanda, she had through a mutual friend, she had spoke about, oh, I heard a little bit about your story. Why don't you tell me? So I'm pretty transparent, in my journey, and sometimes I need to share my story in order to help others. So I did share with her, and she had mentioned it, and I kind of like, okay, let's do it. I never thought it would turn out to be something like this, and I'm very thankful to her to get the word out that it is possible. People can transform, people can change. So just to get the message out to others and give others hope.
Well, you mentioned Amanda Ramirez. I've known her for years. And if you give Amanda, right, a task or she has an idea, there's nothing stopping that person, right? She's, but it was done very well. And some of the same people that work on our crew also worked on that crew. And it's lovely. And so continued success to you. So if somebody wanted to learn more about the Osborne group, they could definitely like look it up on their website and things like that. But Congratulations to you for helping others. It's got to just be so satisfying for you.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Yeah, anytime anybody wants to look us up in the work that we do a lot of work inside the prisons, outside the prisons. We work with families, and all levels of the justice impacted through the community. It's www.osborneny.org.
Excellent. Thank you. Happy journeys to you. I hope you guys keep, maybe it'll turn into a series. I don't know, but Concrete Rose, man, people are liking it. And thank you once again for being so brave to share your authentic self. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be well. Take care, Christina.